Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Superman issue number 44. So, there were a couple of funny parts in here. I remember 2 weeks ago, I was dying when I was reading issue number 43. It was great. You know what I'm saying? Like, just so funny. And this one completely bottomed out in the sadness department. There were like two or three funny lines where I'm laughing at, but by the time I got to the end, dude, I'm practically crying. This was so freaking sad. Basically, Bizarro has to try and find a way to get over the fact that he's not Superman. And it's funny because like I've disliked Bizarro for so long because it's just so silly to me. Like him and Mr. Mixia Spitlick, I really just don't like those two. Even though the most recent Mixia Spitlick was actually pretty good, I'm usually just not a fan at all. You know. This one was for the most part no different. It's still ridiculously difficult trying to read it. The last part I actually had to read twice just to really get what was happening, you know. And the ending reminded me of The Giver. If you've ever read the book The Giver, I think they made that into a movie. I'm not sure, but that movie it took away from the supposition at the end of this. You know what? I can give you the ending of The Giver without from the book without giving you the ending of this, and I think you can make the connection. Okay, at the ending of The Giver, the one kid was with his little shoot. I don't even remember if it was the little brother or somebody else. It was the baby. It was that baby. That's what it was. It was that little baby, and the baby died. You know what I'm saying? Like the baby was dead. All right, but then they're on the toboggan and they start going down the hill, and the guy, like the boy, I read it as the boy died because all of a sudden they're just like magically out of nowhere, this town just appears out of nowhere, and it's like, oh hey, here I am at the town, woohoo, you know, saying I got saved out in the middle of nowhere forever, and all of a sudden this town just mystically appears at the bottom of a hill. Why would anybody build a town at the bottom of a hill? I would never do that, especially with a place with that much snow, because once the snow is gone, dude, it's going to be a valley for crying out loud, and valleys flood. So none of that made any sense to me. So I looked at it as the kid died, and his version of heaven was that he actually made it to the next town. That's the way I read that book. So that's kind of the way that I looked at this. At the end of this, it looked like the kid's, yeah, it's looking like Boy Zorro's dead. You know what I'm saying? But then it looks like he also gets saved. So I cheated. Okay, I cheated. I cheated and I went over and I took a look at the solicit for issue number 45. Okay, issue number 45 is called The Redeath of Boy Zorro, meaning the rebirth. So I don't know if he did or didn't die, but that ending was so like just it was too perfect. Like nah, like ambiguously he really died. He just imagined he got saved. You know what I'm saying? But either way, Bizarro himself, his dad, his not dad, whatever. Whew, that was that was a hard, bitter pill to swallow. And the shameful part is, I almost feel like we're going to have to see Bizarro again. I get it. He's a crucial part to the blah, blah, blah universe, but I'm not a huge fan of Bizarro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. And this, however, gave him depth that I've never seen before in a Bizarro comic. Like, it's not just a I feel bad for him thing. This is a, oh my God, I hate him because he's so broken. You know what I'm saying? That's a hard sell. That's a hard thing to pull off. And yet somehow this comic. So I can't help but to give this comic book an A minus. Look, I get it. I get it. Like if you're like me, you can't stand reading Bizarro talk, and it's so hard trying to read it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just so like, what are you doing? Why are you making me read this stuff? But I gotta give it to them, dude. This comic book was pretty good. This was pretty good. I like the ending was just messed up enough. Anyway, I'm gonna let it go at that. Pretty soon, Action Comics 1K. Looking forward to it. And then Brian Michael Bendis owns Superman. So, and welcome back, Red Tights. Okay. Anyway, guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.